and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Black Knights of Toronto taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school. Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11,
now
11,
Burrow
11,
going to change things up.
Stop.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
11, 11. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, Burrow. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a short gain here down to the 22. The numbers for Mixon last week: 12 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
11, Thomas.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Pushing through the contact. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Dug in now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. About this Lions defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes and prepping for this game, but this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now it's Burrow. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
12.
Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Burrow's throw hauled in by Washington. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here we go.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11, Thomas.
Again, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple,
here we go.
And it's 2nd down.
11, MT. 11. 12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. But you look at this defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
1-1, ready? And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
11.
Mixing up the middle. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Burrow looking to pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they can get on top of you in a heartbeat.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Darnell Washington from 17 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Duggan looking to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A give to Robinson on the option. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
There's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Duggan to throw. Pressure too strong, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the right side and complete to Washington. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. And big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Duggan will look to throw this. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Duggan. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing, Duggan. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Duggan. And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it. To try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Duggan. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Black Knights are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down. So, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the half will begin with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. On third down, Terrell. He's not going to get there. That was going to be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Second and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
7th play in the drive now as they come up on the 3rd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. St. Brown motioning left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
To throw again on second down. Duggan got his man complete over the middle. It's Peters. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you're running drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on third down, Dugan. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Simple drag around here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. Terrell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Patterson's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, Terrell. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Duggan now to throw.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Brought down at the 20.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions now are going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Dugan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick.
This to swell the lead to 6.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now the Lions down 27-21. A minute 37 remaining.
Here we go.
How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Hey, you gotta go score.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
To throw, Burrow. Finding Hardman.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there. Now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down. That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Burrow.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Peters. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Burrow. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
On 2.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. A final shot now for Burrow. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Toronto, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.
On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say